So in the case of sexual reproduction in flowering plant, we all know that the pollens released from the anther is going to fall on the top of the stigma, from where it is going to germinate and then going to fertilize the ovule inside. Now during this process there is a very like a good mechanism that actually exists, which is responsible for regulating or controlling the entire process of like the sexual reproduction by controlling like which pollen is going to fertilize it. Means a pollen from the same plant is usually not allowed to germinate, but the pollen from the different plant, it is usually allowed to germinate here. Now for that particular reason we are going to find that the pollens which are going to be there falling under the surface of it, means on the top of the stigma, due to the interaction between these two, the pollen and that of the stigma, is what is actually triggering the entire process. So let us know about this process. This process is called the self incompatibility. Now in the self incompatibility process we are going to find that the pollens arising from the similar plant is not allowed to germinate at all. Okay, so how the interaction actually happen? It's a simple way of representing it. It is like if we draw the stigma like that, because interaction is mainly with the stigma. So on top of it the pollen has come and fall. Okay, now this pollen will have different kinds of surface like proteins definitely on the surface. Similar, there are different type of surface protein that will be there on the surface of this the pistil or the or this like the stigma also. So the interaction between the pollen and the pistil, or especially the stigma, is what is actually leading to this particular process, for which we are going to find there will be two methods actually that exist. Okay, so the two methods are the gametophytic self incompatibility, and the other one is called sporophytic self incompatibility. Two processes. Okay, now what are these two processes? The first one, gametophytic self incompatibility, it completely depends or it is controlled by the genotype of the male gametophyte. Okay, means the male gametophyte that is there responsible for production of the pollen, it completely depends on that. Actually that is the pollen is what is responsible for this entire process. Whereas in the sporophytic self incompatibility, it is the genotype of the sporophytic tissue from which the entire plant is coming from. The sporophytic of the like the plant from which this pollen is coming from, that is what is actually responsible for this particular interaction. So in both cases we are going to find the entire thing depends on the pollen, as being stated here, isn't it? But no, it is not completely on the like entire pollen, because the interaction is not only for the pollen but also with that of the pistil also. So that means the interaction has to take place between the pollen and the pistil. Both are responsible, but it is just slightly difference is what has been seen. I'll set an example like for you. Say for this particular method, means this gametophyte, it is the entire family of the Solanaceae. Like many of the plants are there. For example, we have the potato plant and all these things. They actually show this gametophytic self incompatibility, where it is just the pollen. Means for this case we need just the pollen, and on its surface there will be a moiety like the S1. Let's say the moiety is S1. Okay, so the relationship between this S1 with that of the similar protein that is there on the surface of the pistil, okay, is what is going to trigger. It is what is going to trigger this entire process. Say if this molecule is again S1, then nothing is going to take place. But means the interaction between S1 and S1, nothing will happen. Okay, So I'll write like that way, then you will understand. Okay, so if it is like the pollen is of variety S2 and the stigma is of variety S1, then we are going to find that they have two different types of the complex, means the protein set is different. So the interaction will take place and we are going to find that it has formed the pollen tube. Now this will be able to germinate, this is able to form the pollen tube. Okay, in this case no pollen tube formation, in this case pollen tube formation. Why? Because we are going to find that the thing is not matching, these two types are not matching. Okay, I guess you understood. Let me just revise it one more time, then it will be clear. I think it's that the gametophyte, the surface protein, because it's all dependent on the surface protein that is there present. So the gametophytic surface protein in this case it is like this S1, and in the surface of this like the stigma also similar S1 type protein is present. Then there will be no germination of the pollen tube, no formation of pollen tube. But in the other case, well, let's say the surface protein of the gametophyte is of S2 variety, then we are going to find that in this case, since it is S1, so the germination will take place. Even the same thing will happen if this is S1 and this is S2, same thing is going to happen. We are going to find formation of the germ tube taking place. Okay, pollen tube will form. But if it is S2 and S2, nothing will happen. Okay, I guess you understood that. Now the next point that will come here is the sporophytic self incompatibility. Now the sporophytic incompatibility, it depends upon the genotype of the entire plant. So genotype of the plant, when it is concerned, it will be actually the diploid nature. Okay, so let's say now I write it as S1 S2. Okay, S1 S2, two factors will be there present now. So this S1 S2, when it is being coming in contact with S1 and S2 again, what will happen? No formation of pollen tube. Okay, but if it is S1 S2 with S1 S3, let's say, in that case, acha, let's do one thing, let's change the top one, not the bottom. Let's keep the stigma same as it is. Okay, I'll change the top one, means the pollen I'll change. So pollen is like this variety S1 and S3, it is slightly different, isn't it? What will happen in this case? Are we going to find this pollen to take place, like pollen germination? Actually no pollen germination. Okay, so if the pollen is of, let's write it as pollen is of S1 S2 variety and the pistil is of S1 S2 variety, then in case of pollen germination we are not going to find any germination taking place. So what if the factors changes slightly? If it becomes S1 and S3 instead of S2, then also same case, it will not show any germination. Okay, the only time it will show the germination, let's write it with a red, is when S3 S4 completely different to that of whatever is present in the pistil. In that particular case, we are going to find that the pollen germination is taking place. Only then we are going to find the pollen germination is taking place. Got it? So that means the situation where we find that complete change in character is there, complete different types of parent, like this arrangement of the proteins are there, only then we are going to find this thing is to happen. Now keep in mind, I'm saying different types of protein, it doesn't mean the individual will be of a different genotype. No, it's a different I mean it's not like it's a complete different individual, means different species of plant is not there. Okay, what I mean is, when we are talking about these different varieties of arrangement, it actually mean variety, slight change in the type of individual we are seeing there. the species is going to be same, because usually interspecies breeding they do take place but not that frequent, isn't it? So this like this particular species whatever we have here, whichever type of species, let's say it's a mustard plant, okay, because they are well known to do this. All right, so mustard plants, this particular type, like they are producing this like variety of which one mustard plant, it doesn't fertilize itself, it's just a different individual having this particular set, means the entire set has to be entirely different to that of the pistil, like whatever arrangement of the protein is there in the pistil, it has to have a complete different set of characters or different set of protein set on the top, on the pollen. Only then this process can be triggered, means the pollen germination can be triggered. That's why closely related ones are also not able to like fertilize it. This is a very good example of outbreeding technique where like individuals of the same species but like this not even related to their family can actually like fertilize within themselves, okay, can actually enter the process of the mating that ultimately will lead to a very high variety of products. Okay, so this method can be seen in the Brassicaceae family and the Asteraceae family. I'll give you a short note on this entire thing. I hope you will be able to like understand from there. This self incompatibility is actually a very major like it plays a very major role in the process of like maintaining variety among the plant species. Okay, and until and unless this thing is there, actually the if this is not there, then actually what will happen, you know, the plant will undergo self pollination only, and with self pollination or within, or even if the self pollination is taking place within very closely related family members, all right, means I'm talking about the plant only, like their generation is from the similar generation type. It's like if you know now the parental generation from the two, 3, 4 individuals are come and they are copulating among themselves. If it continue like that, then actually there will be something called like they will actually lose their the capacity to even breed. Okay, there is a this process called inbreeding depression. So this inbreeding depression it actually does trigger. Okay, so that's why to prevent that from happening, to bring variation among the individuals that are born out of them, this method is naturally it has formed. It's not something that human has developed, but rather it is naturally it is taking place. It is occurring in the nature all by itself. It's arrangement made by the nature. Okay, so this is a very important feature within the plant to maintain to increase the chances of outbreeding within them.